for most die-hard Mets fans, the day that, unfortunately, has been inevitably approaching has officially arrived. On Thursday, Mets third baseman David Wright, alongside Mets COO Jeff Wilpon, announced that he will be activated for the final homestand of the season on September 25 and will start at third base on Saturday, September 29 against the Braves. He later confirmed he does not expect to physically be able to play beyond September, and that this also will be his final game in a Mets uniform. Wright will end his Mets career as the franchise's all-time leader in at-bats, hits, total bases, doubles, extra base hits and RBIs. He was anointed as captain in 2013, the fourth in team history. Here are our reactions. Brett Herskowitz: this is something years in the making. Wright has been Sisyphus trying to push the boulder back up the mountain and it just isn't happening. It sucks seeing him like this, but I think it'll be good for the team and Wright to move on. Thanks for everything, Cap. Brian Lloyd: we'll never know what would have happened if Wright didn't get hurt and continued his pace for 3,000 hits in a Hall of Fame career. But that doesn't take away his special place atop Mets history. To see him finally hang up the cleats is bittersweet. Said that's it's finally over, but a chance for Mets fan to finally move on. Thank you for everything, Captain. Brian Wojtnik: look, I love David Wright, you love David Wright, we all love David Wright, but this is the closure we all needed, and I am finding it hard to be truly broken up over it. It feels like a huge wave of relief more than anything personally. The constant will he or won't he storyline we were getting every year with him was becoming exhausting, and it's time to put it to bed and move on. Let's also not pretend that he isn't going to be completely involved with the organization moving forward in some way, shape or form either, because he absolutely will. I know the fans at Citi Field will go bananas for his last stand, as they absolutely should, to send the captain out on one last high note, but it's time to close this chapter and put it in the books and move on from it. Thanks for everything, Captain. Jesse Finver: I've been pretty harsh towards David Wright over the last 3 years, but that was out of frustration that he couldn't stay healthy and a disdain for the Mets in general, but watching him hit that World Series home run will always make me smile. Andrew Claudio: I still remember the day he was called up in 2004. For Mets fans who grew up in the shadow of the Yankees dynasty, David Wright finally gave us a homegrown everyday play we could be proud of. On the field, he's one of, if not the best position player in franchise history. Off the field, he was as good a teammate, fan favorite and ambassador as this team has ever had. This was never how we wanted it to end, but I am glad he gets one more day to go out on his terms. As someone who loves baseball and loves this team, I feel honored to be able to say I watched David Wright's entire career and can't wait to see his number immortalized in left field one day. Since David Wright entered the league, he has always been my favorite baseball player. His heart, his determination, and his love for the game have made me an avid fan of his. Back in 2011, when I was in a serious car accident, and in the hospital, David was one of many Mets, but the most high-profile by a long margin, to reach out to me. He has been the consummate professional as a baseball player, but more importantly, has been as good a human being and team player that exists in the game today. Love you, David, and enjoy your last games as an active player. Good luck in the future.